Hey all, Brent here with your anime and manga news for the very powerful week ending October 4th, 2009. Why powerful? Gigantor has arrived! That's right, there's a full-scale statue of Gigantor, Tetsujin 28 if you're sort of more old school or traditionalist, in Kobe, Japan. They erected this as part of this revitalization project. And even better, it's striking this action pose. Awesome. In more somber news, the producers of Crayon Shin-chan have announced that the show will continue despite the recent passing away of its creator, especially there's going to be a new movie coming out next year. And they pointed out that both Doraemon and Sazai-san's creators have passed away, and the shows continue to do very, very well, like most popular anime on television in Japan. So, Crayon Shin-chan will continue. Meanwhile, some announcements. Crunchyroll has announced several new simulcasts. That's right, you'll be able to get several new shows within a week after they're airing in Japan. Asura Crayon 2, the light supernatural action series, will be up there. Also, Natsu no Arashi 2, Akanaichu, it's also called, which is apparently like this science fiction high school romantic comedy. Sora no Otishimono, an ecchi comedy, and Book of Bantora, also known as Tatakao Shisho, which is this sort of fantasy thing. They also listed 3 titles which have sort of bounced on and off the site, so folks aren't quite sure if they're really sure. Fairy Tail, Miracle Train, and Nogizaka Haruka no Himitsu Puretza. Although Fairy Tail looks pretty definite right now. Viz announced it's acquired the Vampire Knight anime. I think they also have the manga. But all they announced was that they have the anime, so we're not sure if that's just the first 13 episodes or if it's both of those shows which sort of form one big thing. Discotek Media also announced it has licenses for quite a lot of anime. Fist of the North Star TV, yes, which includes all 152 episodes. And that's not an exaggeration. There are 152 episodes of Fist of the North Star TV. Also, the 2002 Lupin special, First Contact. And this weird 1981 fantasy anime film called Sea Prince and the Fire Child. Looks kind of like Last Unicorn-ish. Very funky, very, very weird. Meanwhile, all you Bleach fans, the first 2 Bleach films will be airing on Adult Swim in the next couple of months. Memories of Nobody will air November 28th, and The Diamond Dust Rebellion December 5th. So that's very cool. Akitaroh Daichi, who's a director of anime you may have heard of. Fruits Basket, maybe, now and then here and there. Kadocha, yeah, kind of rings a bell. He's confirmed that he's working on a new anime, Gag Manga Biori 4, which is the 4th anime adaptation of this manga called Gag Manga Biori. I think he's done some of the previous ones. The manga is known for bizarre non sequitur humor, which kind of sounds like Daichi. So, hey, there we go. KyoAni has also made a lot of anime you may have heard of. The Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya, Full Metal Panic Second Raid, Lucky Star, K-On!, yeah. They've announced the Kyoto Animation Award. Applicants can submit concepts for novels, manga, and anime scenarios. The grand prize winner in each category will get the equivalent of about $3,400, and honorable mentions about $1,000. Hey, not bad. And the grand prizes might get animated by KyoAni. Very cool. Deadline for entries is January 15th, so send those in, especially if you know Japanese. Did you like The Girl Who Leapt Through Time? Of course you did, because if you haven't seen it, go watch it now. That way you'll be ready when the live-action film comes out next year in Japan. Yes, a live-action film adaptation. And the cool thing is the protagonist, the main girl, is played by the girl who was the voice actress for the role in the movie. So it's the same girl. So that's nice. Here's an interesting story. Hayao Miyazaki, the left-wing nut job, and awesome anime director, basically he copied this famous Japanese seaside town for the location of Ponyo. So yeah, that funky seaside town's basically real. So there's this plan, first draft in 1981, to reclaim some of the water around that town to build a bridge that would have improved drainage and traffic and stuff like that. And locals have been fighting that because it basically wouldn't have been pretty. And the court basically slapped down the bridge plan this week, said can't build the bridge. And Hayao Miyazaki actually in a press conference applauded this and said it was a great positive step forward towards Japan's future. Because of course we wouldn't want to improve drainage or anything if it's not pretty. It seems kind of weird to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm just sensitive. At least I'm not jealous, because if you are jealous of those Japanese folks who are able to make songs using Hatsune Miku and all the Vocaloids, fear not. A group of Japanese Mac fans have created their own Vocaloid using GarageBand. So you can actually do Vocaloid-style music in GarageBand. Moreover, the latest Vocaloid, Maknae Koko, weird name, but that's okay, is voiced by Kikuko Inoue. Belle Dandy, she's been in everything. She's a major, major voice actress. Head on over to AnimeNewsNetwork.com for the link. The only thing is, it's like the site's all Japanese that has this thing. So I think you can still download and put it in, but it might be a little hard to find and work all that out. But anyway. Finally, some anime blog roundup. Starting to talk about some stuff in the anime blogosphere. AnimeAlmanac.com recently posted a very good interview with the programming manager for New York Comic Con and New York Anime Festival. Since they're going to be merging next year, basically they sat down and talked over why they're merging and what were some of the plans and things like that. And some very interesting stuff. I mean, basically the director was saying that they could have just done one big Comic Con and just kind of merged them both. But he said we wanted anime fans to have their own stuff and to have their own convention, which is kind of nice. That's good. Also, Anime Almanac is promoting a boycott of Anime News Network because of their use of fan subs in preparing their spring anime guide, which is kind of against what they normally do. So head on over to animealmanac.com for more on that, and let them know what you think. That's an interesting sort of debate and discussion that I think would be good for the anime community to hash out. Is that reasonable for ANN to do when they're they kind of avoided the whole fan sub thing for a long time? It's a fair question. So that's all the major news for this week. Until next time, I leave you with this quote: "This world is not beautiful, and that gives it a sort of beauty."